Alrighty, hello everyone, my name is Mr. Lee. Today we are having a special event. We are playing a little bit of Blue Red Delver, but for a special occasion. One of our gracious moderators slash dedicated viewers slash friend here, by the name of Jason, he has redeemed the 100,000 chat points here in the stream, the Twitch stream that I stream, and it's amazing. He's been supporting me from day one. The guy's been amazing, and he has forced me to play the one deck that I hate the most in the world, Blue Red Delver. By the way, if you're watching from YouTube, go ahead and click subscribe. To actually support the video for free. It's the best way to support me. If you want to help me spread the video to other channels, click the thumb up, click the like button. That'll help me, spread the video to everyone and also try to grow my channel here. So welcome, Jason. You're all here on the stream. Tell me a little bit about yourself, buddy.
I'm a legacy player from Seattle. We played a couple of times together at Card Kingdom, and I'm usually a blue player. Yeah, that's basically it.
Nice. Good to see you here, Zotmaster. Good to see you. The Zotmaster says in the chat, should have made it 1 million. No, right? So as anyone would know on the stream here, Blue Red Delver, or maybe just Delver shells in general, is something that I really hate. I think there should be somewhat, like every time there's been a banning, it's always been close to like related to somehow Delver dominating the meta, right? You got Oko, you had Dreadhorde Arcanist, and now they have a 1 mana close to Deathrite Shaman. Sucker. Oh wow. Wow.
I'm gonna hit that redeem button right now.
Frozen over, and I know, right, Jordan? One day I want to get you on the stream, and I can co-host the stream with you. There you go, officially. Oh man, I can't believe it. Officially has redeemed the 100,000 points. Let's go ahead and give that little snapshot here. Death has frozen over. That's hilarious. Yeah, so today we're going to be playing some Blue Red Delver. Jason is going to help co-host the stream because he is a Blue Red Delver. He's a control master. He plays a lot of control. He has a lot of experience. I hate Delver. I'm a combo deck prison player. So, thank you. Yeah, Jason's on the stream here. But I'm super excited to play a stream. I haven't co-hosted for a little bit now. It's been a couple weeks. Probably a month or two now. But, any words from you, Jason, before we jump straight into it?
This should be fun.
Should be fun. I'm super excited. But the list itself,
we're gonna go 5-0, right?
We're gonna go 5-0. I play so many jank decks. I don't actually try to hit that record too often. We got Mystic Forge version 7, right? We got so many version of Mystic Forges. All right, so as you probably know, Delver has degenerated. Let's do a little bit of DeckTech here. They've degenerated to the point they are playing 26 or 1 drops. They have Monkey, which is also known as Deathrite Shaman version 2. They have Bolt, Folkbolt. They have another version of Delver, which is in the form of Dreadhorde Dragon Channeler. I want to go ahead and make this bigger so everyone can see. This card is stupid. Every time you cast a non-creature spell, it's not even instant sorcery, it's non-creature spell, you can just basically fuel your whole graveyard, and then it turns into a 3/3 Delver itself, but I never realized this. Just tell me about Chalice of the Void. Anyways, this Dragon Raid Channeler, it's so dumb. I actually didn't realize it has to attack if possible, if able, if it has Delirium. What are your thoughts about that, Jason?
It's another Delver, but it's usually a Delver on turn 3 instead of turn 2. It will flip very early.
Yeah, right? And, you got the usual Delver here. You got Brainstorm, Ponder, your usual cantrip, Expressive Iteration. Didn't this card just make the deck go over the top even more?
I think so. It's a better predict. It's amazing. Like, the card's busted. I'm calling for a ban for that.
You actually think Expressive Delver? You don't think Day should get banned?
No, I think Daze is fine. Delver kind of punishes combo decks, right? We need it to kind of keep the format fair. But Express Iteration is just nuts.
I haven't seen the power of this, so I guess we'll get to see how it goes. I also remember when Delver used to be, like, they have 9 counterspells main deck. I actually remember there used to be 10 or swaying on 11, right? I used to see Force of Wills, Dazes, 3 Force Negations. But you can see that their top end is not the elemental whale anymore. It's murktide region. Like, so what is the numbers here? Why have they adjusted the counterspell package?
Well, before you were playing like, spell pierces also, or spell snares. Now we're stealing other people's counter spells. Ragavon's just gonna generate the card value that we need. Um, and this deck has kind of gotten to a point where it's what I call it is a burn deck in a
Yep.
sense. Like
Yep.
you're protecting your threats, and each time you do something, it is basically making a lightning bolt in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it's really
You're
dumb, isn't it?
you're generating lightning bolts. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's gonna be awesome.
It's funny that actually, Murktide region, not only is it a blue Tombstalker that you can pitch to Forcible and Force Negation, um, it gets bigger when you exile instant sorceries in the graveyard, which you have plenty of. And then, if an instant sorcery leaves the graveyard again, which if you play another dragon where it's not legendary, it gets even bigger. So my last stream last week, I was playing Cloud Post, and I accidentally, was it last week or the week before that? I accidentally bogged my opponent with a Murktide region in play, and it went from a 4/4 to a 16/16. It was ridiculous. I had a Nemrith in play as well.
It doesn't care how stuff gets removed, but if something's removed from your graveyard, it actually matters. Like it's kind of funny.
It sort of makes sense with Relic, right? You don't really care about your own graveyard if you got a Murktide in play, so you just Relic everything.
It does make it harder for your Murktide if you do it early against some decks. But the deck cantrips through so fast that you can fill the graveyard, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's easy to get out.
Jason in the chat says, do you remember when you Blood Moon one time on camera and you drew exactly Forest and naturalized my Blood Moon and you killed me? Do you remember? That's hilarious. These are the good times that I miss in Paper Magic. And Jason, I hope to crush you in Paper again. I hope to come back to reality. But okay, so this is essentially a deck. I mean, the only call out here I want to call out about the sideboard is Delver is playing Meltdown, which is kind of important, right? Why are they playing Meltdown now?
Affinity is a big deck right now. We see it in the league a lot. This is the way to beat those Urza Saga type decks. Bomberman, Affinity, Echo, they all use Urza Saga. They all generate free, low cost artifacts. And Meltdown on 1, 2 just wipes all the constructs. It wipes out the LEDs. It does a lot for what it is.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely punishes, because it's an old card as well, it punishes the artifact lands, which is kind of hilarious. So they have a lot of artifact lands. It's just gonna melt everything down. And the irony of talking about Meltdown before we jump straight into the leagues here is, how many degrees is it gonna be this weekend, Jason?
Tomorrow it's about gonna hit 100, but Monday we're hitting 108 in our area. Yeah, that's nuts.
That's hilarious.
For all the Australians, I guess that's like 31, 32 degrees.
No, it's
Celsius.
not.
Like that.
100 degrees is 40 degrees, mate. It's 39. 100
Oh,
degrees is 39,
really?
which is melt.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get 30, 40, we get 40 degrees ish in summer. Not often, but you do get them like maybe 2 or 3 days, maybe a week or so during Christmas. Christmas is the hottest time of the year. Anyways,
man.
good times. We're gonna go ahead and try to crush some people. Hopefully, with Jason's guidance here, we can go ahead and teach people why this deck should be the undisputed king of Legacy, because it probably is. And let's jump into a league. Are you ready, mate?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Remember, everyone, if you want to support the channel, definitely smash that subscribe button. Click that like button as well. Definitely supports the stream the best way possible. As you know, I stream here twice a week, and I don't accept subs during a pandemic. So hopefully, getting those YouTube bucks will help me boost this channel. All right, thank you. Let's go. Oh wow! I just realized I hit my follower goal. I'm at 1,050 followers. That's fantastic. I hit my goal. Sweet.
Nice.
Alrighty, we found our first victim. Let's see how we go.
So one of the things that they always say when you play Delver is always play the turn 1 Delver if you can. But that kind of mentality's kind of changed. You always play Ragavon first now if you have it.
Oh, for sure. The monkey is...
This is an
bonkers.
instant keep.
So, the chatbot has given us... Oh, we're versing Sotarix. Isn't he a famous Japanese player?
I don't know. But it looks like the last time he played was Bant. So Bant
Yeah.
Miracles is actually one of the decks that Delver has a harder time to beat right now. It is a very, very strong anti-Delver deck.
Yep.
Um, so let's see how it goes.
We got a monkey here. We have a turn one. What do you think about this hand? We got turn one monkey, or do we ponder?
Yeah, we're going turn one monkey. We're 100% going turn one monkey, and I would actually fight over it if they try to force it.
Alrighty,
We're gonna get a with this hand. We don't actually need to get the volcanic. We,
Mhm.
but oh yeah, we do. We actually have to get a volcanic. Never mind.
Yeah, we don't
I
have
thought that was
ramp
scalding
fetch.
time.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, well, he's playing
Yeah.
Underground Sea, so most likely probably not the ban, right?
Not Bantless. So that open. That could be a lot of things.
We storm.
We just won't know right
Ooh.
now.
Do we
I
wasteland
am
then?
pretty okay with actually a wasteland here. It's a very strong tempo play against them. We have another land, and it might just be what we need to kind of slow them down if they're a combo deck.
I like
I'm
wasteland.
okay with that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
they don't know what we'll be playing if we do that too.
I'm not a known wasteland player because I generally play Cloud Post, I play Elementals, which has wastelands. But I also have played in bigger tournaments. I've played a lot of Green White Reclaimer, so maybe he might think I'm on Reclaimer. Alright, they just played a land pass.
Maybe.
Just monkey here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's just go straight for monkey now.
Monkey it is. So I always felt like Delver was always a it's basically a tempo deck, right? Aggro burn tempo deck. Oh,
Yeah,
result.
it's a
Nice.
tempo deck. The way it's played currently, I just call it a burn deck. Every single spell here, it does something to make it like a burn card, right? You're countering something that's keeping your Delver, keeping your Channeler alive. That's 3 damage.
Yep.
That's how I see it over and over again. Like, I think next turn, well, let's see what they do. Oh, brainstorm. They're trying to get rid of something on top,
Yeah, on
or
top of their
that we
cards,
don't get. They might put a land on top. That tends to be the case, that they'll end up putting like a land on top or something.
Well, this fetch probably signifies that they're trying to find an answer for the monkey, right? Do we go island here, just attack? Or do we
Not necessarily.
attack first?
I would go attack first before anything else. Like, we're just gonna straight attack first and see what they do.
You're right, because we have options for like wasteland if we want. Or see what we hit,
Yeah.
right? What we steal.
Yeah.
This is so
Because we
dumb.
also get a treasure token. The stupid thing here is we get a treasure token.
Interesting. Why do you think they're fetching now, though? Oh, because then we know what's on top. Because they know what's on top.
Yeah. Free pedal. Done. Free spell.
Wow, so
All
that
the
was
free
random.
spells. Right
The
here.
opponent did not know
Let's
what
see,
that
how many
was
cards do we have? I would go wasteland the untapped underground sea right now.
Yep. That's what they do.
And then play the Chandler, and then just pass.
Oh, because you want to hold up brainstorm.
We're gonna hold up brainstorm. We're holding up actual force of will, and since
We
we don't
don't
have a
play
land
land.
drop, expressive iteration
did.
doesn't get. We already played the wasteland.
True, yeah. Good point.
Yeah, we don't. Since we don't have a land drop, expressive iteration probably only will get us 1 card,
Gotcha.
and we really want it to get 2 cards out of it, which we can next turn. Which kind of nuts.
So what are your feelings here? What do you feel like the opponent's on? Do you think it's Storm?
I actually with double underground sea, I think we're Doomsday against Doomsday actually.
Doomsday, right?
The pedal also kind of signified Doomsday. Double pedal is kind of not typical of some Doomsday lists. I think they're usually on 2 and 1 LED now, but this seems like a Doomsday play. Yeah, that's a Doomsday play. Let's see. I am okay with letting this result.
Sure.
But we're gonna counter any draw spell they cast next turn.
Okay, they literally revealed Doomsday. So...
Yes. I don't think our opponent knows Monkey's gonna take that.
But because it goes to the top.
We're just gonna take it next turn. It's gonna be hilarious, and I can feel a shame scoop here. Wait. Let's see. We only have 1 card in the graveyard. We can get.
The pedal go to their graveyard. So...
I would just go to attack first now. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to get Delirium.
Oh,
yeah.
gotcha. You're trying to set up Delirium, so you'd
But
go like.
let's see what they do with this.
The sorcery. Yeah, what are they?
Oh, we just took their Doomsday.
They had a street wave.
We cannot counter that. That is unfortunate. They had a street wave.
I mean,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, but we can't deal with that, right? That's just always going to happen. Like, there's no way around that. How would we play around that if we do?
That's fine.
Yeah. So what we get here?
Yeah, that's totally fine. Flood to Strand, so that didn't do anything. This is what I would actually do here. I would play the expressive iteration off of the treasure that we have.
Both treasures?
One treasure and the island, the volcanic.
Okay, so you don't want to play land because you want to try to get a land off expressive, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we're gonna maximize the value of this dump card and the surveil,
yeah,
whatever
the surveil.
it is.
That's so good.
Dumpster that.
Put in graveyard. That's so good. I didn't realize that.
Right. So this is kind of weird. So the first one goes to a hand, and I would take the days to put in our hand.
So I click on it first.
Yeah. Click on this. This goes to your hand.
Gotcha.
This one goes to the bottom of the deck. Ragabond goes to the bottom since we can't do anything with it.
Yep.
And then Channeler is the exiled, and we're just going to cast Channeler off of the other treasure we have, and then play the island.
Sure. All right. And then we have days if we want. We have their pedal, and then pass it.
Yeah, I would also ponder right now because that way we can find another counter spell.
Yeah, that's a fair one. Let's do that.
This also gives us another surveil, which is also kind of
2 surveils.
Kind of nuts.
11.
I would dumpster Delver. We don't need that.
It's the fact that you have so much card filtering off the survey. Oh, that's great. Days is good, right?
I would take it. Yeah. Yeah, keep it on top and then see what. I would go Chandler, Merc, Regent, and then Days, and then not shuffle.
Yep.
So we will draw the Days. We'll get the Regent next turn, and we have now 3 counter spells for Doomsday.
This is pretty good. Seems pretty good. I don't know how unless they go Cavern.
This is true. If they have Cavern doesn't stop the Doomsday part. It stops us from countering Oracle. We're gonna fight over Doomsday.
No, but they already. They haven't played the. Wait, okay. I was just thinking. They have.
That is. I would actually.
Doomsday yet. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, they have not Doomsday. I would actually. This is actually interesting. I feel like I want to daze this to get rid of our pedal. That's what I would want to do. That gives us an instant into the graveyard as well, and if they don't pay for it, we'll have 2 counters up.
Sorry, you know, does it?
I'm pretty happy with dazing this, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with dazing this and bringing up the island back.
Yeah, that's
the regular snow cover.
Yep.
Yeah, and if the duress gets through, they will take the force of will.
Is it bottom this?
I would bottom graveyard this now. Graveyard it. And then graveyard the channeler now, because they can't deal with the board, and we have them dead in 2 turns.
Let's see if they pay. Which we can technically daze again if we really want. It's kind of all
we could, and they'll probably end up taking a force will, but I don't think we need a daze again because we'll still have the daze available.
Oh, gotcha.
Did they play in land yet? They haven't played a land yet, though.
They haven't played a land yet. They're just sort of opening the duress.
Yeah,
so they're thinking about
and we still have the instant brainstorm to save. So.
Yep, we also can technically brainstorm, which is kind of nice with 2 channelers, right? We can brainstorm, we get to surveil twice, and then we draw the cards off the pedal. Like this is another avenue that Delver's broken.
Kind of nuts.
Alright, they're tanking here. They're seeing if they should fight this. Yeah, you're right. I forgot. I had for some reason I saw 4 cards in their hand, so for some reason I thought they had already Doomsday, but they have not Doomsday yet.
No, they have not, and it looks like so they let it go. Yeah. Now, if they try to Doomsday, we can do stuff, but they didn't.
Oh, we have to do it.
They're dead. Yeah, we just swing for 8 now.
Yep. I remember you kept teaching me that I should be not playing the lands first, just to see, guess what we hit, right?
Yeah, volcanic. We hit their volcanic. I kind of want to kill them right now.
Mhm.
I feel like we can go expressive iteration off of the treasure token and the volcanic.
And try to
I
bolt.
don't like giving them an extra turn. Yeah, and just try to find the vault.
Yeah, that's a good plan. Let's do that. I mean, we've got 2 surveillors as well, which is kind of bonkers. Bottom.
Yep.
Oh, graveyard, sorry.
If it's not a bolt, we throw it away.
Fair enough. We have fork bolt.
You
Wow, talk too soon. So put one in your hand. But this doesn't kill them, but they also can't fetch and stuff.
It turns off fetch, and it turns off Doomsday, so we're gonna take that into our hand.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. So put one in the hand, put in the bottom probably the fetch, right?
Bottom the Delver.
Okay, gotcha.
We're gonna play the. We
I'll
can
play the land.
exile that and play the Misty for free.
Fair enough. And just do it now, right?
And then we can get a volcanic here, and yeah, just try to bolt them now.
Fork bolt, mate. I
And we'll still have like our pack.
would expect to see the day when playing
It's for killing Ragmons.
yeah, sure, and shooting people's faces. Let's bottom that.
Oh hey.
This is the bolt. I guess.
Oh, keep that on top
Yeah,
in case.
Um,
But that should be game. There should be no outs in our opponent's deck now.
Yep.
Yep, there we go.
There's the bolt. All right. Well, that was a little bit too
Alright.
easy, which makes me really uneasy.
So here we can do a couple of things. First, we're probably going to cut out the regions actually in this matchup. They're kind of slow. We will want the Hydroblast and the Pyroblasts in some capacity. Since we're on the on the draw, we don't want the dazes. If we just go for that 4 package of Hydroblast, Pyroblast, Elementals.
So you want Hydroblast? What do they play at spread?
They showed us a volcanic, so that means they're gonna have their own Pyroblasts coming in.
Gotcha. Oh, makes sense.
So, oh, we didn't have to take out the days. Ah, we can bring back in a couple days now.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I took out all the dragons.
Yeah. We're not gonna be winning with a dragon in this game. We're actually gonna win because Ragdown and Delver are gonna beat them down.
You didn't care about Nora?
And yeah. Nora doesn't do much. It just stops their LEDs. They're only gonna run 3 to 4 artifacts in the deck. And LEDs or Lotus Petals not always 100% part of their game plan.
Gotcha. Okay. Alright, so these 4 blasts in, we've taken out 1 daze and 3 dragons?
Yep.
Sweet. Let's play it like that. Swing it back.
See what happens.
Joe asks, is this the first time you're playing this deck? Of course it is. I am an anti-Delver streamer. I hate Delver with a passion, but my good dedicated viewers here has redeemed the 100,000 viewer points, so his choice to watch is Delver. Alrighty, what do we got here? We have a turn 1 monkey and a Hydroblast, some wastelands. How excited do you feel?
We have double wastelands, which is okay. They mulligan down 1. We do get a turn 1 Ragavan, but we don't have like a protection against a very, very fast Doomsday. But since we have game 1, double wastelands, that's kind of slow them down. So this hand will lose to a turn 1 Doomsday, basically.
Yep.
Unless we top deck a Ponder or something. I'm okay with mulliganing this hand for something with a turn 1 interaction.
Yeah, I do like trying to find a counterspell since
Since
I
they
don't think
mulligan-
Doomsday play that many counterspells these days, do they? Oh, they sometimes play Forcible.
They're gonna have a full pack, 4 forces.
Okay.
But we don't know if any force negation is gonna be in there. So I would definitely go for a mulligan at least 1 time.
Sure. See what we get. Dazes, Ponders profiles?
This is kinda okay. This is technically a 5-card hand because we can't play 2 of these spells, but we get a turn one Ponder and or Delver depending on what they do. Let's see. They kept 6. Let's keep it and see what happens.
Exactly. Yeah, we could keep this and bottom the Bolt, right?
Yeah, you saw the days. Yeah, Bolt goes in.
Alrighty, let's see what they do. Yeah, I've seen this username a lot. I think they play some on either the challenges or the prestigious events on Moto a lot. So I see this name very familiarly.
Yeah, he's a grinder. He plays quite a bit.
Yeah, I think I follow them on Twitter. I'll have to double check, but yeah, they post a lot less. Alright, see what they are thinking about here. So I think obviously the play here is probably just turn 1 Delver, and see what flips, see what they do. Then turn 2, most likely going to Ponder and then Wasteland them, right? Depends on what Ponder gets.
If we get a fetch, it's not that bad to go get a Volcanic and Ponder also, but that gives us 2 counter spells for the turn. But we'll kind of see if they just search or not.
You keep saying Ponder gives you a counterspell. How confident are you that Ponder will find you a counterspell though?
34% I think is the rate at the at the current rate.
That's so high.
Yeah, it's pretty high when you have so many spells. Yeah.
Oh, then we found the full.
Oh, we already got it. So I would just go turn 1 Delver, turn 1 Delver, and then.
This deck is so easy.
We might have to pitch the Ponder. It is easy. We have 2 counter spells here.
That's what they do here. See if they try to kill the Delver, they just don't care.
They're setting up. They don't have it.
Yeah. So I learned when I was playing Doomsday, one of the viewers, redeemed the donation deck list, and he wanted me to play Doomsday from Mario, and I realized you have to always fetch Underground Sea, like no matter what.
Yeah.
See, blind flip.
Because optimally, we don't. So we don't reveal that. We'll just draw it. I actually would go Ponder first right now.
Sure.
We already have a pitch spell.
Monkeys.
That's. I actually. If we had another shuffle, it would have been fine. I think we have to just shuffle this away.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, yeah.
All the Delvers.
Yeah, this is fine. Or Wasteland the Black Source and then attack.
Yeah. Jason, could you explain to me what an unflipped Delver is?
An unflipped Delver is something called a fugitive wizard.
It is.
It is a 1/1 human wizard that does absolutely nothing.
It has a lot of story text, and the reason I'm so familiar with the Fugitive Wizard is because if some of the chat people don't know, I actually run a charity group in Australia where we play magic events for charity and try to help raise money for stuff like breast cancer, bushfires and stuff, and it's called the Fugitive Wizards.
Oh, they're going for the Doomsday. Let's start with a Daze and see what they do.
For sure. I was gonna say Daze is always the first option, right?
Yep.
They Daisy back.
They do have the Daze back.
Force pitching Delver.
Then I guess we're just force pitching. I like to keep Delver to have more pressure.
True.
But it might be force pitching. Force pitching Delver is fine. Yeah, force pitching Delver, targeting the Doomsday.
Targeting the Doomsday, right. Do you don't so if you want to force pitch force, that's fine. I just want to understand because you're the master, right?
I'm trying to think like we don't have another blue card, so we might just be on the aggro plan and hope that they can't do anything. So force pitch force means we're basically going in on trying to beat them down fast.
Yep.
Which it's correct that way, yeah.
Okay.
Force pitch force.
That's force pitch force. You said targeting Doomsday, right? Okay,
We,
we'll do that.
we want to target Doomsday. It doesn't really matter if they have enough force.
True. They
But
just the
it's
stack. You know.
technically correct to target the Doomsday.
Yeah.
It's technically correct to target the spell you really want to counter.
Okay. Now, I mean, they're down to 2 cards, so that's something, right? They've burnt 2 petals, played a Doomsday, and a Daze. So they I think they're really behind, right? And we should reveal a fucking bolt. That's awesome. Oh, sorry, my French.
Yep.
Let's
reveal it.
this. Yeah, for sure. And
Swing away, and then play the Delver, and
Delver.
we pass.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do with these red cards, mate? Alright, so they must have drawn the Brainstorm, because they would have brainstormed instead.
Somewhere.
And the Scooper
Oh,
is.
it doesn't matter if we win.
This deck is so easy! Alrighty.
Too easy.
Wow. So I think it really came down to that match there where basically it was just down to, like, you know, we got Ragavan or Delver turn 1 and it just took over the game.
Yeah. You can see like, we didn't really get any actual card value off of it other than a Lotus Petal, but every single treasure just gave us more things we could do. Like, we could just do other things, right? We were able to play expressive iteration off of 1 land as opposed to having to tap 2 lands out for it.
Yeah, and it accelerated you an extra turn, right? Like, people always say mana is one of the most important things in Magic. That's why Black Lotus is one of the things that people say, like, it's too powerful, it's unfair, you know, it gives you 3 mana, so essentially, you know, you go from turn 1, I'm on turn 1 pass, the other person plays a Black Lotus, they're on turn 4, right? They can play a 4 mana spell.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, the fact that now I'm thinking, like, do people start playing Gut Shot to deal with Monkey?
There's been a couple decks I've seen run 2 Gut Shots. That are Delver, blue-red Delvers. I've actually seen also Spike Field Hazards placed in on a couple, replacing a land too. So there's cards that kind of deal with the monkey, but Fork Bolt is kind of the card that people use the most right now to deal with monkey. Because it's kill monkey plus an extra free damage, or kill Delver plus monkey.
Do you know what? Do you know Spike Field Hazard is actually the meta killer to deal with Uro?
It is a really good, also, yeah, it's a really good option for Earl. This is a interesting hand. We have a protection when we're on the draw.
Yeah.
It's technically a keepable hand. It makes us a more control deck.
Ponder right. I'm just trying to find a threat.
I would actually keep this hand. Yeah, we can keep this hand. Our pitch card is going to be a Brainstorm if we need to counter something.
Alrighty, we're going to the second round here versus Carlo Mo. I would assume they're on some sort of Black-Red Reanimator or even Gak, but I don't think Gak plays Badlands, do they?
There is Gak that can play it.
This is the
Gak.
Turbo.
This is definitely Gak.
The Turbo Madness deck, right?
Yeah. This could be Turbo Madness. I kind of want to force this.
Yeah, same.
I actually think we should force the LED.
Pitching Brainstorm?
Pitching Brainstorm.
Yeah, I
They should stop doing whatever shenanigans they're doing this turn.
Yeah, they got 1 Veterine in the graveyard for
and then just
looting. Was I wrong to not
and then
actually...
we're just gonna waste them.
Yeah, waste them, yeah. Was I wrong not to actually stop the Faithless looting?
That's kind of a little hard. With our hand, I think it's okay to let it go. We don't know if they're a Reanimator or Hogak.
True.
They didn't really throw anything super important.
Alright, so they just played a land here. That's going to go ahead and fetch. They're probably going to get another dual land here. I highly doubt they have basics in Gak. Another bad lands. Burning Crew. That's awkward.
Yep. Can't do anything about that.
Yeah. Oh, we got a
Oh, nice hand. They can't cast that.
No, they can't. They cannot. I haven't seen Burning Crew in a while, but that makes sense for them, right? They are playing a Vengevine deck. So this feels like the Turbo Madness deck.
They'll have hollow ones too.
Hollow ones, and what's the other ones? The little gecko dudes?
They get a new root Root Wallows, the
Mhm.
Blazing Root Wallows, the new one, and then Basking is the old one.
Do you want
Let's
Wasteland or
see.
Bolt? Or Delve them?
They don't have a lot of lands in their deck, and we can still turn one Delver next turn. I'm okay with wastelanding them and seeing if they have no land. Right?
I agree. I feel like
They don't have a lot
they
of.
have really good card advantage, right? Like their fated looting, generally like when they draw 2 cards, they discard 2 cards. They're not actually gaining a card. Oh look, there you go, no lands.
Yep. We're good.
Actually, it's kind of crazy that our hand became so amazing. Seriously, like after the Burning Inquiry.
Volcanic. Time to grab the Volcanic and then Delver. We can pitch a Ponder if we need to for Force of Negation, but if they just skip that,
Yeah, they skipped again. Yeah, I think they're dead.
they might be dead.
Reveal Force
yeah,
Will.
reveal that. We're good.
100%, man. That's this is GG.
Swing away. And then we can ponder for second land.
Easy.
Oh man, this is great. Yeah, put Bolt at the bottom. Bolt at the bottom. Bolt, Expressive, and Volcanic. And then pass the turn.
Oh, you don't care about pondering? Okay, well, I guess we need Force Negation, Force of Will, fodder as well.
We're gonna use one of them to pitch to one, and the other to pitch the other. If we ponder, we're just gonna get another Expressive Iteration to pitch. It's better to pitch to ponder than the Expressive Iteration.
Mm-hmm. It seems like this Wasteland.
Alright, and then yeah. So easy attack here. And then we just play Expressive Iteration, hoping for a land.
Card is so dumb.
That is bad. So we put a bolt in our hand and just bottom the other bolt. Bottom the lightning bolt, and then fourth bolt gets exiled. And...
Oh, gotcha. Could you rather you care less about the fourth bolt, right?
Yeah, we're never gonna use that fourth bolt anyways now. So
we can kill some root wallers.
I would force negation this.
Oh yeah, good point.
Don't want them to do anything.
Ponder.
Pitch the ponder, yeah.
Wow, I guess forcing the LED was so clutch.
Yeah, right there. We just made another lightning bolt right there.
That's true. Yeah.
Let's see. So just attack first. Let's see. We can do some quick combat math here. They're going to be. We have Expressive Iteration.
Yeah, I think I got that. Just try to get the lands going as well. I got a Daze, which kind of nice. Put Daze in a hand, right?
So. Yeah, let's put these in our hand. Bottom, Brainstorm, and then get rid of the bolts.
That's so awkward. Now we're losing cards. It doesn't matter. I think having Daze is so important.
Just Dazes.
I mean, let's say I must admit they are drawing really hot. They've drawn 3 LEDs. I mean, that's hats off to them.
Yeah, they've been drawing pretty good. But they skipped it up.
Yeah, they did. They skipped it up.
Oh, that's great. That would have been great. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is kind of awkward. We know they have faceless looting, so I would actually bring the Hydroblast off. Hydroblast.
Oh,
the one
yes,
Hydroblast
deals with red spells. Gotcha. Yep.
Yeah. So and then the relics come in. This is another matchup where the regions are not that great, but I would actually keep one in and get rid of 2 Dazes.
Sure.
Just because it's a big dude that we can kind of keep around. Let's see.
Is Daze your flex slot? Is that why you always cut Dazes over everything else?
You basically cut Daze because it's worse on the draw. Like you would cut the fork bolts on the play. But Daze is worse on the draw because you don't get to use it effectively. We didn't see any black forces, so Submerge isn't a good card to bring in, but that is a possibility if we do see it next game.
Yeah, they fetched Badlands twice, so I would assuming that their Vengefires are not normally cast.
Yeah.
Alright, we good with this?
I think this is good to go.
Perfect. Let's rock and roll. It's interesting.
We didn't even see a
Kogak,
so we don't even know this.
Exactly, yeah. Kogak is a thing. But yeah, I love hearing your rationale. Turn on monkey. And your like understanding, right? Because could be education for other Delver players learning the format.
As usual, this is kind of awkward since we don't have a turn 1, and they are a turn 1 deck. I think we have to mulligan this, even though Ragavan's so good.
True. You're probably looking for a
I think we have to at least try to mulligan. Yeah. This is worse.
No new lands. Yeah. Mulligan.
No lands.
Yeah, lands. Oh,
Yeah, this is fine.
good.
You keep this and get rid of Bolt. I would put Bolt and Brainstorm away.
Yeah, we've got a Ponder. So do you like Ponders over more? Because like you can shuffle, right? That's why you're favoring Ponder more?
I would keep Brainstorm if we have a way to shuffle away the cards, but our first fetch actually has to find something, so we don't have a way to shuffle away cards with Brainstorm. So Ponder searches for more cards. It looks at 4 cards, basically.
Yep. We have to let this go, right?
Yeah, there's no need to stop that.
Yeah. Every time
we're looking at LEDs or
they always let that go. The once upon a time. No one ever forces those.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is kind of awkward.
They have a hollow one in their hand though, so like,
there's a chance they'll get a. I kind of want to force this. I kind of want to force this, but I don't know if we pitch the Ponder or Daze, or we can just risk it.
I think we force pitch Ponder, and then we can at least have a Daze back up. I don't know. They obviously fetched a Mountain here because they were annoyed by the Wasteland game last game, so they were tilted from the last win.
Right.
Do you think we stop it? Because like they could just get they've got 5 cards in their hand, dude.
So they're gonna get up to 8 cards, and they're gonna have 1 hollow one. So they're gonna have a 1 in 8 times 1 in 7 times 1 in 6 chance to get a hollow one in play. It's a really high odds to get a hollow one in play.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really have a way to deal with hollow one if they get it.
Yep.
That doesn't show what else they have. I would actually force will this because that burning query is going to turn into a 4/4 basically for them.
Yep.
And
what would
Ponder's probably the best card to throw away.
I agree. Yep. Let's go with that. All right. And they just passed.
It kind of sucks. Yeah. Oh, volcanic into Ragavan. Easy.
Yep.
Easy game.
Yeah. Easy. Yeah. How do you just top deck all these monsters?
We have even 12 1-drops. It's pretty good odds.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so they're up to 5 cards now. They're going to probably going to bring Badlands here because they need that black eventually. Yep.
Yeah.
This is Putriding.
We can't really stop Monkey. That's really good for them.
Oh, we can't block. You're right. Oh no, we can block.
No, it can block, but it's going to turn to a 4/4 because they're going to discard their hand to make a hollow one.
Gotcha. Oh, they have a
Or
root wall.
cast their whole freaking hand. That's actually really bad.
Yeah, we're gonna get
yeah, there's
punished.
not much we can do about that.
Yeah. Oh, you're right, because they just got a bunch of hit cards and then cast a hollow one. Oh, and anger. Oh, yeah.
And they have haste. What is this stack?
No, we daze this.
Forces.
A daze this.
Yeah, daze it.
Ah, punish. Alright, they have 1 card left. They should have discarded their last card. Make it free.
Yeah, but they might like that last card, so who knows?
That's true. It's kind of
Top deck
awkward.
Bolt, please. Bolt would be great. Force of Will. I would just wasteland their Badlands and then pass the turn.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to trade this. This is
actually
just not what.
attack for
You want to attack?
It can be, but no, I think we can just wait a turn and see what happens.
This is bad value though.
Because we really want to bolt through.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they attack us, then it's fine. They didn't want to trade, so that's okay.
Oh, because you say they should have attacked us. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay,
because we both
signal
don't want
there.
to trade right now.
You were like, they didn't want to trade because they would have just rammed it through, right?
Yeah. Yep, brainstorm away. We can hold on to brainstorm.
Sure.
We can't find anything right now that's relevant,
Mhm.
so we just kind of pass the turn.
So you're trying to look for some sort of removal spell, which we have plenty of. We can even get a channeler if
Yeah.
we got instant land. Okay.
Yeah. And now we also have a force backup that we need to.
I think they should be attacking with
They
the
don't do
Roar,
anything.
to be honest, because they could be pumping it and just.
They don't want to
know.
trade. They don't want to trade the damage for the Ragavon. I would brainstorm end of the turn, but okay,
Oh, sorry.
that's fine.
That's okay. I
You missed it.
I did it.
It's okay.
Delver.
Just play the Delver and
Pass?
pass the turn.
Sure. Yeah. I should
Yeah.
brainstorm to fix our hand, right? It's a pretty high chance to get a blue card. Up to 4 cards here.
I mean, we can always pitch the force if we need to, but this is where it gets. Let's see what they do. They do have a Taiga. They get him. That's okay. They cannot. Wait, can they madness that?
I'm trying to figure it out now. So it's going to exile. It's 2 mana. They can't.
That's kind of awkward.
And it's a 3/3 with haste, dude. And every time it attacks, they draw 3. They discard
Yeah,
and draw 3 cards.
I think we gotta force that. So let the madness trigger go, and then we can force the casting a bit.
That's what I thought. I was gonna say this is a trigger, so then now they have to cast it and we force it. Yeah, this is a strong card, especially if it has haste.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. Oh, that's
Basically says draw 3 cards.
Yep. We're still on
So
12.
best card would be top decking Bolt
Mhm.
on top. Come on, Bolt on top.
Bolts on top. So we can
That gives us a flip Delver, expressive iteration. Yeah, let's just reveal it.
Yep.
That seems good. Sucks to draw, but
Just attacking the Delvery.
let's see. We can see. They attack us to 2. We attack them. They go to. It takes 5 attacks for them to kill us. It takes 5 attacks for us. 6 attacks to kill them. I think we might actually be trading for the Putrid Imp next turn. I would pass the turn and.
Interesting. You're doing maths. Okay, so you just want to pass?
I think we pass and try to trade for the Putrid Imp.
Oh wow. Okay
But
then.
it doesn't look good for us.
So this is how you play good Magic. Oh,
Another one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we have to let it resolve.
Yep. Yep, not much we can do about that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess now Delver trades for it.
Yeah, true, actually. We have to deal with that, just 3 cards, it's so good.
Ooh, they didn't get any. They didn't get any madness triggers, so we're okay, but they drew 3.
Yeah, so we guess we go Delver block on the Ravager, and that's pretty much it.
Yep.
This Root Waller's blocking this, this Ragavan is hilarious.
I mean, if we drew another Ragavan, we can just throw it under a bus, but.
That's true. Yeah, all the colors.
Well, we also get to see what their rest of their deck is right now. Ah, we're missing 1 land.
Did we attack? Oh no, it was just.
That was gas.
Actually, that Root Waller can actually buff a little bit.
I would not attack. Yeah, I wouldn't attack. Actually, see, we go to 5. We die to a bolt. We know they have bolts in the deck, right? Or is that a lightning axe? Or is that lightning?
There is a lightning axe, correct? Which you're going to discard.
Okay. So they attack us. It puts us down to 3. Any creature wins the game for them. I don't think we can attack still.
Okay. Well, my rationale here is that we attack. If they go, oh, we can kill the swing back, but we get a treasure, and then we cast our Murktide.
Yeah. Well, let's see it. Let's see if they block or not. I guess. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I feel like we're gonna die. Like it's pretty close to dying.
Yeah.
I don't know. What is your way out here that we top deck a bolt?
I like your logic. I like your logic for that one. I would attack them. Yeah.
Because if they trade, then they trade. Then they just claim
Because we get a regent.
They trade.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. No follow-up. That was a bluff. And they took it. Alright, cool. Just pass.
Okay.
So now we've got like a 4-turn clock, right? If we draw a land.
Root wall is just very scary.
Yeah, also fire breeze.
Vengevine. Cool. That's nothing.
It's not too bad, yeah. Because I need to cast 2 spells.
Come on, top deck a land.
Land's gonna come here. Watch, ready? Land. Easy. That was a Land's coming soon. It's coming soon. I have to guarantee it. It's gonna come in the next 3 cards, you'll see. No, 2 cards. Yeah.
No land for them.
Looting.
That's okay.
You're gonna discard Vengevine, obviously.
Oh.
Oh. And it's got haste.
1, 2. We're dead.
Oh,
We are dead. We can skip it up.
Yeah, there's let's conceal our hand.
We'll skip it up.
Let's see what's coming.
So now they play both Wallas. This is where we can bring in Blazing Volley.
Okay.
It is. Yeah, I'll definitely bring in Blazing Volley in now. I don't like Braid here much. They don't have really super big creatures. This is, yeah, the...
So they did have the Tiger, but I don't think it's worth it, right? Just trying to bounce a creature.
I don't think it's worth it. They're not really searching, digging for it hard. The Blazing Volley can probably replace a 1-drop, probably in like the Delver of Secret.
Ooh, tripping it over. Let's see.
And I think we just swing it back this way and hope for a turn 1 Ragavan.
Okay.
With a Daze backup.
Yeah, we're gonna get Monkey. Alright, Monkey. Alright, we're on the play here, which is good. We have Blazing Volley, which is kind of nice. We have a turn 1 Delvar with a lot of bolts. And then this is gonna sit over there. But we need a second
And the Blazing Volley. This is fine. This is fine as a keep.
So we just go Volk with Delvar, because they don't have like wastelands, right?
Yeah, they're not gonna. They don't have any. Well, we're just gonna get Volk Delver. We won't be able to stop like a Inquiry or anything, but if they have a heavy Root Walla hand, we can just nuke their board.
One spot at a time, yep. Makes sense. I'm gonna put a probably they're a very high creature variance here. A Ravager. Okay.
Yeah.
Glad they don't have LED.
Yep, that is fine. Maybe they'll throw everything in for that Ravager.
And we just bolt it.
If they do, then our bolt becomes really good. Yeah.
I just hope they don't have Anger. Anger was what screwed us last game.
Yeah. But even still, if they anger and we bolt them, they'll be down to 3 cards.
Okay, so they're going. Oh, they do have.
Oh, see. Yeah.
Lucky they don't have a Vengevine there. This is fine. They don't have anger, so we're gonna bolt this, and then Blazing Volley.
And then
later.
Yeah, we Blazing Volley it after. Their hand is garbage now.
And you've stacked the library already to have the instant on top, right? Or did you stack the land?
I want a land.
Okay,
I want a land.
Yeah, let's see if you put the land on top. You put a Vagro van.
Don't reveal.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just straight up bolt it and pass the turn.
You don't want to bluff them again? I'm just kidding.
I wouldn't want to trade, so let's see what they do.
I guess that's what happened last time.
Because we're gonna have a 2-for-1 against them, and I assume they can't do anything. They want to trade. We don't.
Funny that is that they went all in, right? They're gonna buff here. They went all in. They used Line-Eye to try to do Ravager and Madness. I think I would do the same as well if you think about it.
It's a very strong hand for them. Like, we flip that. So let's see. I would just. Some people won't like to ponder to look for a land and then Blazing Volley. I am more on the cautious side and just Blazing Volley, and then swing. Mainly because I don't want to risk taking 6 next turn, or 5 next turn again.
How would you take 5 next
But
turn?
we're in a good spot now. They would just, 4 next turn, or whatever.
Oh, by pumping.
Pump
Yep.
up, right, yeah. But now, yeah, now we can just attack and then ponder.
Oh, okay. So any reason why you attack first over pondering? Like, is that like a? I would love to learn your
It's
logic.
kind of, it's kind of like a habit, I guess, is to play the spells as late as possible
Mhm.
for a lot of people. Shuffle away. Yeah, we don't need those. That's not a land.
Oh, perfect.
Land.
Monkey?
Yeah, monkey.
Monkey!
That should be game. They're dead in 2 turns.
Both guys talking about Cradle, which is very scary. If they cradled us, yeah, that would be kind of scary. Just like a bunch of root wallers and then Cradle.
But what's their payoff? Like, is it just casting a Vengevine?
I guess it just gives them
I don't know what the
access
oh
to like cast Once Upon a Time Vengevines and actually you're right because the okay, that's buff there, but that's like I don't know. No clue.
it's a one-time buff. It's all right. Hey, easy 2-0.
Oh wow. Yeah, I think you really won that game based off of your knowledge. Right? You were like Blazing Volley comes in to deal with the root wallers because I think by identifying that they had both root wallers in that last turn, you were like, okay, intelligently enough, let's put Blazing Volley to deal with their 1/1s because they get in the way. You also were smart enough to go, oh, let's keep this one land Delver hand because we're gonna ride this because of the threats in their deck. So I think that was definitely that won you that game.
And basically every single time we cast a spell, it was like it didn't necessarily affect the board heavily. I mean, we bolted a Ravager and didn't get to attack, but afterwards, like wiping 2 things out, Delver's a lightning bolt every turn until they die.
True, it was more of a tempo game where, and also you got like a little bit of value there. Like I think it sort of felt like a Jundish sort of style win where it's like I'm going to outvalue my good cards versus your cards because you bolt the Ravager where they had discarded their hand, they got the Ravager and dispelled, and then you Blazing Volley 2 cards, but at the same time you always had that threat to win.
Yeah.
So that was a tempo play, I reckon. Tempo win. Alrighty, well if you guys are watching from YouTube here or you're watching from Twitch, please support the stream. If you're watching from YouTube, click that subscribe button. Best way to support the stream for free. Also smash that like button. Jason, do we like smashing like buttons here?
I like the like button.
Yeah, exactly.
On YouTube. Push it all the time.
Clear push it all the time. Yeah, that's the best way to make the video sort of spread to other people. As you know, I'm trying to grow this channel here. Currently at like 350 subs. You know, all happy legacy players. But yeah, I'm just trying to make the videos get more exposure. Sort of share the love that we try to do here on the stream. If you want to join us at Twitch, here in the Twitch streams, we stream every Sunday, 2 p.m. and Wednesdays at 6:30. But just today's a special case. We have a co-host working with us today, so we're streaming on Saturday night just to get nice and comfy and play a little bit of our favorite deck on the stream, Blue Red.